After this strange tool killed a family's dog, they found out it was put there by the government. As a teenage boy was out walking his pet dog, he stumbled across an unusual object and approached it with curiosity. But what happened next would kill his beloved pet. Naturally, the incident devastated the boy and his family, but their grief turned into anger when they found out that the device had been deliberately planted by the government. Like many young boys, Kenyon Mansfield was best friends with his dog. After all, the 14-year-old had owned Casey for 3 years, and they did practically everything together. More often than not, for instance, the pair spent their days exploring their home city of Pocatello in Idaho. And one day in March 2018, the pair were doing just that, enjoying a walk near their family home. But little did they know that one of them would never make it back from their walk. As they were strolling along, Kenyon noticed an object sticking out from the ground. Curiosity got the better of him, and he approached and touched the thing. Suddenly, there was a popping noise followed by a small hiss as the object ejected an orange powder. This strange sight startled Kenyon, and he leapt back from the peculiar object. But then he saw Casey, and he didn't look good. He just stayed on the ground mumbling, Kenyon told the Idaho State Journal in March 2018. I thought he was playing with his toy, but I saw the toy a couple of yards away from him, so I called him again and got really scared. With Casey not responding, Kenyon rushed towards him. However, as he got closer, the teen realized just how bad the situation was. I saw this red froth coming from his mouth, and his eyes turned glassy, and he was having a seizure, Kenyon recalled. The terrified youngster then rushed down the hill to fetch help. However, when he returned with his parents, they discovered the dog was already dead. Naturally, the ordeal devastated Kenyon and the rest of his family. However, there was little time for Kenyon to grieve his pet. That's because he soon discovered that he had stumbled upon an unmarked cyanide booby trap, and as a result, his life now hung in the balance. Cyanide is an extremely potent poison which effectively strangles the cells that transport blood around the body. As it does so, it makes it impossible for the body to absorb oxygen, essentially suffocating its victims from the inside out. So Kenyon's parents quickly stripped off the boy's powder-covered clothes. Then his father, who himself is a doctor, rushed him to the nearest emergency room. Thankfully, staff there said the youngster was okay, aside from being traumatized. But when the shocking source of the cyanide bomb emerged, the family's anguish only grew. The trap, known as an M44, is used by the US government to kill so-called pests such as coyotes. It works because the animals are drawn to the traps via scented bait before being poisoned by the cyanide. Each year, however, the Wildlife Service section of the US Department of Agriculture, or USDA, inadvertently kills thousands of animals. According to the agency, M44s erroneously poisoned 3,400 animals between the years 2006 and 2012. Some campaigners, though, believe this number could be even higher. So Casey certainly wasn't the first dog to die as a result of an encounter with one of the devices. In fact, that same month, 2 more pets lost their lives to an M44 in Casper, Wyoming. Once again, their owner said the cyanide bomb in question was unmarked. The Mansfield family had no idea such devices existed so close to their property, and the county sheriff didn't even know they were there either. The person who planted the M44s, however, claimed that he had permission to do so. My son Kenyon, who witnessed it all, is really struggling with what happened, the teen's mom Theresa told the Dodo. It was above our house. It makes me not feel safe. I feel like I had terrorism in my own backyard, with my own government. In a statement, a spokesperson from the USDA said it understands the close bonds between people and their pets and sincerely regrets such losses. However, that was not enough for Theresa. Indeed, she has joined a number of other campaigners in the fight against the government's use of M44 cyanide traps. Following Casey's death then, a group of 19 wildlife conservation organizations teamed up to file a petition to Wildlife Services. The petition called for the removal of all explosive cyanide devices and the banning of the M44s in Idaho. Impressively, their campaign worked. So in April 2019, just 1 month after Casey's death, Wildlife Services vowed to stop using cyanide devices in Idaho. Now, campaigners such as the Mansfield family hope the ban can be spread nationwide. Brooks Fahey, director of Predator Defense, a nonprofit organization that promotes coexistence of people and predators, welcomed the news too. This could well be the tipping point that leads to a nationwide ban of these extraordinarily dangerous devices, she told the Dodo. Thanks for watching another heartwarming video. Please check out our channel for more stories that will make your heart melt.